What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Caniscope, where we dive deep into the stories that matter. The news cycle is moving at lightning speed, and if you blink, you might miss it. But don't worry, we've got you covered with the absolute latest, freshest updates. Get ready to be plugged in, because we're about to break down some major developments that have everyone talking. From shocking personal revelations to unexpected turns, we've got it all right here, right now. You absolutely do not want to miss a second of this. Let's get into it. First up, we have a deeply personal moment from a familiar face as Caitlyn Jenner finally breaks her silence on a profoundly sad event. This story is packed with emotion and sheds light on a private struggle that has now become public. Get ready for an inside look at navigating personal loss. Then, we're shifting gears to bring you more on this developing situation, delving deeper into the details and the impact it's having. This is the kind of story that reminds us of the fragility of life and the strength of the human spirit. You'll want to stay tuned for every angle. And that's not all. We've got another significant update that's sure to make waves. This one has layers, and we're going to peel them back to give you the full picture. Prepare for insights that go beyond the headlines. Finally, we're wrapping up with a story that's been generating a lot of buzz, exploring the nuances and the broader implications. This is essential information you need to know to stay ahead of the curve. Make sure you stick around for the whole breakdown. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Caniscope for all your breaking news and updates, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. A private loss, public words. Caitlyn Jenner has recently broken her silence, offering a poignant public statement about the passing of her close friend and manager, Sophia Hutchins. Hutchins tragically died at the age of 29 on July 2nd, following a severe ATV accident. The incident reportedly occurred near Jenner's Malibu residence, a location that has unfortunately seen similar tragic events. The details emerging from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department paint a harrowing picture of the final moments. Sergeant Eduardo Saucedo indicated that the ATV driven by Hutchins was likely speeding. It appears she rear-ended another vehicle, a Mazda, before losing control and veering off a steep cliff, plunging approximately 350 feet into a ravine. Tragically, Hutchins was pronounced dead at the scene. While two other individuals were present in the Mazda, reports suggest they were unharmed. According to a death certificate obtained by TMZ from the County of Los Angeles Department of Public Health, Hutchins' cause of death was blunt force injuries. The incident has sent ripples through Jenner's social circle and the wider public, highlighting the unpredictable nature of life and the profound impact of loss. Sophia Hutchins was laid to rest in Los Angeles on July 15th, with Jenner reportedly in attendance, signifying the depth of their bond. Jenner, who had been grieving privately for nearly 2 months, shared her feelings during a recent broadcast on Fox News at night. She described the experience as incredibly difficult, stating, "For the last 7 weeks, I've been dealing with death, and it's so difficult." Her personal grief was further contextualized as she drew parallels to the recent school shooting in Minneapolis, which claimed the lives of 2 young children. Jenner expressed profound empathy for the parents affected by that tragedy, saying, "When the shooting happened, it really hit me hard. Because here I am dealing with my grief, and I just can't even imagine parents who drop their kid off at school, and like that father just said, I'll never get a chance to talk to him again. That is just so horrible." She continued, emphasizing the long road to recovery for all those experiencing loss. "I've been dealing with grief, and these people have a long road ahead of them, and they're going to be dealing with grief." This public acknowledgement of her pain and her empathetic connection to others experiencing loss has resonated widely. Many are offering support to Jenner and highlighting the importance of open conversation around grief and mental well-being. The community is watching as Jenner navigates this challenging period, finding strength in shared vulnerability. Hold on, because the emotional weight of this story is just the beginning of our update. Next, we'll delve deeper into the history of this significant friendship and what it means for those close to them. A decade of friendship and loss. Caitlyn Jenner has publicly addressed the profound grief she's experiencing following the tragic death of her longtime friend and manager, Sophia Hutchins. Hutchins, who passed away at the young age of 29 in an ATV accident back in July, was a significant figure in Jenner's life, not just professionally but personally as well. Jenner, in a recent appearance on Fox News, shared her emotional state, admitting, "Recently my good friend Sophia passed away in a tragic accident. But for the last 7 weeks, I've been dealing with death, and it's so difficult." This statement comes after a period of private mourning for Jenner, who had only alluded to going through tough times in the wake of Hutchins' passing. The details surrounding Hutchins' death are stark. According to the County of Los Angeles Medical Examiner's Office, her cause of death was multiple blunt force injuries, with the manner officially classified as accidental. The incident occurred on July 2nd, when Hutchins was reportedly driving a Polaris four-wheeler and rear-ended a 2016 Mazda sedan in the Malibu Mountains. The impact caused her to lose control and drive off a 350-foot cliff. Sergeant Eduardo Saucedo of the Malibu, Lost Hills Sheriff's Department, explained to the Daily Mail that it appeared Hutchins was speeding and clipped the rear end of the Mazda while attempting to maneuver around it, leading to the fatal plunge. The two individuals in the Mazda were reported to be unharmed. Hutchins had been by Jenner's side for over a decade, a relationship that began after they were introduced by a makeup artist. Their connection was immediate, with Hutchins recalling to the New York Times in 2019, "Having a similar sense of humor, we spent the entire time laughing and ended up meeting for brunch. We've been great friends ever since." This friendship soon evolved into a professional one, with Hutchins becoming Jenner's manager. Jenner lauded her as one of the top minds in her field and stated, "Her value in my life is undeniable. The sky is the limit with her entrepreneurial spirit." Their close bond was evident in numerous public appearances, from red carpets like the 2020 Vanity Fair Oscar party to family gatherings such as the Kardashians' annual Christmas Eve party. Hutchins was also involved with the Caitlyn Jenner Foundation, supporting its work with LGBT charities. Despite persistent speculation about a romantic relationship, Hutchins had previously clarified in 2018 that their connection was familial rather than romantic, with Jenner acting as a parent figure. The depth of their bond was so significant that sources close to Jenner expressed concern that she might never recover from her despair after losing her closest confidant. Jenner's public sharing of her grief, especially in relation to the Minneapolis school shooting, highlights a broader conversation about processing loss and the shared human experience of pain. Her empathy for the parents who lost children underscores her own struggle and her understanding of the deep emotional toll such events can take. This story is a powerful reminder of life's unpredictability and the strength found in sharing our struggles. Stay with us as we explore another significant development that's capturing attention. Navigating grief, finding solace. Caitlyn Jenner has publicly addressed the profound impact of her friend Sophia Hutchins' tragic death, offering a candid look at her grieving process. Hutchins, who passed away on July 2nd in a devastating ATV accident in Malibu, was Jenner's manager and a close confidant for many years. Jenner, speaking on Fox News, described the past weeks as incredibly difficult, stating, "It had been so difficult to grieve Hutchins' passing." She drew a powerful parallel between her own personal loss and the grief experienced by families affected by the recent Minneapolis church shooting, where 2 children lost their lives. Jenner shared her emotional response to the shooting, expressing deep empathy for the parents enduring such unimaginable pain. "Here I am dealing with my grief, and I just can't even imagine parents who drop their kid off at school and, like that father just said, I'll never get a chance to talk to him again. That is just so horrible," she stated, her voice filled with emotion. She acknowledged that healing from such profound loss is a long journey, for both herself and the families impacted by the Minneapolis tragedy, noting, "I've been dealing with grief, and these people have a long road ahead of them, and they're going to be dealing with grief." The accident that claimed Hutchins' life occurred near Jenner's Malibu home. Reports indicate that Hutchins was driving an ATV at a high speed when she rear-ended a car in front of her, causing her vehicle to veer off a 350-foot cliff. Sergeant Eduardo Saucedo of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department detailed the incident, explaining that Hutchins clipped the rear end of a Mazda, which caused her to lose control and drive off the embankment. The ATV itself remained at the crash site, as the tow company lacked the necessary equipment to retrieve it from the ravine where other accidents had previously occurred. Hutchins' death was officially attributed to blunt force injuries. Jenner's public acknowledgement of her grief comes after weeks of private mourning. She was previously seen looking somber while running errands, acknowledging to paparazzi that she was going through a difficult time but was not yet ready to discuss it. The deep bond between Jenner and Hutchins began in 2015, shortly after Jenner's public transition. Hutchins, who had moved in with Jenner and began managing her affairs, was a constant presence in Jenner's life. Their close relationship, often documented at public events and even on Jenner's reality show, I Am Kate, led to widespread speculation about a romantic connection, though Hutchins consistently denied this, describing their relationship as familial. Following Hutchins' passing, Jenner was seen with Hutchins' mother, offering support and even providing a place for her family to stay. This gesture underscores the profound connection they shared. The loss has been deeply felt within Jenner's inner circle, with concerns raised about her ability to cope with the absence of her closest confidant. This story highlights the profound impact of loss and the courage it takes to share one's vulnerability. Up next, we're looking at how public figures are navigating significant personal events amidst the constant glare of the spotlight. A public figure's private pain. Caitlyn Jenner has publicly broken her silence regarding the sudden and tragic death of Sophia Hutchins, her longtime friend and manager, who passed away at the age of 29 in an ATV accident over the summer. Jenner shared her personal reflections on the tragedy during a Fox News segment on August 28, linking her own grief to the national attention on a horrific Minneapolis school shooting that occurred the day prior, which resulted in the deaths of 2 children. Just recently, my good friend Sophia passed away in a tragic accident. For the last 7 weeks, I've been dealing with death, and it's so difficult, Jenner stated during the broadcast. She went on to express deep empathy for the families affected by the school shooting, saying, "Here I am dealing with my grief, and I just can't even imagine parents who drop their kid off at school, and like that father just said, I'll never get a chance to talk to him again." Jenner appeared visibly emotional, adding, "That is just so horrible. I've been dealing with grief, and these people have a long road ahead of them, and they're going to be dealing with grief also." These comments come nearly 2 months after Hutchins' fatal crash, which took place near Jenner's Malibu home. According to police reports, Hutchins was operating an ATV that rear-ended another vehicle before veering off a 350-foot cliff. Jenner and Hutchins had maintained a close relationship for years, consistently denying rumors of a romantic involvement and instead characterizing their bond as a deep friendship and professional partnership. Hutchins held significant roles, including CEO and director of the Caitlyn Jenner Foundation, and was also the founder of the sunscreen company LUMASOL. Jenner had previously praised Hutchins as one of the top minds in her field. The public nature of Jenner's comments highlights the intersection of personal loss and public life, particularly for well-known figures. Her willingness to share her struggle with grief, while also showing compassion for others facing similar pain, has garnered significant attention and support from the public and media alike. The narrative of a public figure navigating profound personal loss while remaining connected to broader societal tragedies resonates deeply, emphasizing shared human experiences of sorrow and empathy. This story offers a profound look at navigating immense personal loss under the public eye. Coming up next, we'll provide a quick recap of all the top stories we've covered today. And that's a wrap on today's Essential Updates. We heard Caitlyn Jenner share her heartfelt grief over the loss of Sophia Hutchins. We explored the deep, decade-long friendship between Jenner and Hutchins and the impact of this tragedy. Jenner also opened up about her personal struggles while showing empathy for victims of the Minneapolis school shooting. Finally, we saw how public figures navigate profound personal loss in the spotlight. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, subscribe to the Kaleidoscope for more breaking news, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Hit us up in the comments with your thoughts and follow all our socials to stay connected.